it's a broke mindset 101, right? And to have a broke mindset 101, we tend to find these people, and you got a decision whether or not that's you or not. And let's just go through a couple different things of what a broke mindset is, right? Broke mindset is the people who constantly have excuses. Number one, you got excuses in the world. I don't have the money, but you got the money for Jordans, you got the money for Gucci, you got the money for cable TV, purses, and the club every weekend, or going to the bar and spending your money in the video poker machine. You know what I mean? So upgrade on a new smartphone and everything. You got the money, so money is not the problem. Excuse number two is that people said that they don't have the time, and that's lies. You got the time. You got 10 to 14 hours a day to give most of your jobs that you work at. You got 80 hours a week that you can give to somebody else's dream. So how do you not have 8 to 2 hours a day to even focus on yours, but you got 10 to 14 hours a day to give to somebody else? So you got the time. Excuses, I don't have the patience, but you got the patience for traffic, your boss, co-workers, you got patience for your children. You even got patience for low pay and someone to control your lifetime. Most of your people, you're overworked and underpaid, but yet you got the patience for that. So, then you got another excuse is that I'll do it one day. I'll do it someday. No, you won't. Someday is not a day of the week. You're not going to find someday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, some days, then that's going to be the day that you decide to execute on the information, right? So someday is not an excuse, We tend to find way too many excuses, and someday I'm gonna do it. Another one is if I have the time to invest in myself, if I must invest in myself, then it must be a scam. You know what I mean? The real scam is the people who paid a salary wage to give up on their own dreams and to build somebody else's dream, and never being able to spend time with their children. Again, if you don't chase your dreams, you damn sure gonna work for somebody that chased theirs. So, all that I can't invest into myself. Looking at costs versus expenses, that's another excuse. I'm not good at selling myself. That's another excuse. How can I sell myself? I can't sell a book. I can't. It's not my land. I can't sell anything. I don't. But you sold yourself at a job interview to be like at the top performance rate. You sold yourself to your significant other. You definitely know how to sell yourself. You sold yourself to your best friend on why you should be the best friend or the best person in the wedding. You sell yourself every day. Another excuse is it can't interfere with my welfare or disability. Well, welfare isn't a residual income, so I'm not exactly unsure what that is. Excuse number 9, my boss will find out, and I can lose my job. Your boss is not your master, nor control you. Slavery ended many, many years ago. So they will pay you what you're worth. And if you feel like you're not worth that, then you're going to get paid exactly. It's not about what you're worth, it's what you can negotiate. And most of y'all don't know how to negotiate anything. That's why you continue on being workers and driving the economy up with being a working class and not learning how to become a business owner. Because you can still work your 9 to 5. That's the thing. You can still work your 9 to 5 and you can still hold time to hold a job. That's not the problem. That's not the problem. Another excuse is 10, like I'm scared. I'm scared I'll fail. Let me tell you, lessons is in your failure. You should be running towards failure because that's where your lessons are going to be at. A lot of people want to microwave their success, or as my children said, you want to air fry your way to success because that's the new wave, right? You want to air fry your way to success, and if you buy a company, let's just say for instance you buy a company for $30,000 because you want to go through the process of learning how to formally structure a company, what things you need in the company to get funding and stuff like that, because you already bought something that's already set up and ready to go, right? Well, then you're going to miss out on a lot of those lessons that it takes for you to actually run a business, to know how your business is supposed to be structured to get funding. And if you buy a business that's already formatted, already going, it's formulated, it's already incorporated, what happens when you run into problems? You're not going to know how to deal with those problems because you have not put in the time and the legwork to learn some of these lessons, which can be considered as failures along the way. So when you decide to shortcut yourself, you're going to be shortcutting yourself in business. And honestly, you won't fail at anything if you believe in yourself. And if you stay consistent, you will not fail at anything because, again, there's not losses, there's only lessons in business. And if you have not failed, Warren Buffett said, if you have not failed at 3 businesses, he would not invest with you. That way, when you're on your 4th business, you already learned lessons along the way of what not to do. So failure is not a type anything to be afraid of. You know what I mean? To not do and let that cripple you, right? It's okay to be afraid. It's all right to be afraid. You're making some life changes. It can be a little scary. You don't have the comfort of knowing that you got a job, that day to day you just show up and you just do your job and you just go home. That's very comfortable, right? But don't be afraid of stepping out. Most entrepreneurs that have made it gambled on themselves, right? So with this type of limiting mindset, you limit yourself, and when you stay in a sunken place, then you start to create that reality which you don't even want to live in. You know what I mean? So don't let that cripple you.